really excited to be talking about all of this good stuff with you today. Just keeping in touch with your team and making sure that you are staying productive and staying on top of your tasks. So summer office tips in Microsoft 365 in your Microsoft Office suite. These tips are going to help you stay connected, stay focused, and maintain your productivity this summer in your Microsoft Office suite. As we mentioned in our invitation, productivity can get a little low in these summer months. So we're going to give you some tips to just stay on top of all your tasks throughout the summertime so that you can just keep it flowing, keep it going all throughout the summer months. We love to see what work you produce and also to help you produce that work. So this is going to help you keep up on your tasks, also keep in touch with your team. So let's just get right into it. We're going to begin our Outlook tips. As we all know, email is a central mode of communication for not only internal communication, but also how we communicate with our partners, vendors, anybody else, our clients. And Outlook can help you stay connected no matter where you work or no matter where your team is. You can delegate tasks, flag emails to put things in your staff to-do list, and we're going to go over all of that in just a moment. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but let's talk about what you can do in Outlook to stay productive this summer. The first thing that you can do is to delay delivery of a message and plan your communication ahead of time if you know that you are going to be out of office. We've gone over this before, but it's really, really a useful tip for the summertime months, of course, as we are going to be out and about, hopefully enjoying the sunshine. So let's talk about how you can delay delivery. The first thing you're going to do, of course, is to compose an email. And then you're going to go to the Options tab right here at the top of your screen. You're just going to click on over. And then from this screen, you will click on Delay Delivery. And from this box, you will check Do Not Deliver Before, and then you'll put the date that you'd like the email to be delivered on and the time that you would like the email to be delivered. So if you want it to be delivered at that specific time, that is the time that you will put it to be delivered. And then you will click Close. An important step here is to not forget to put in the recipient information and also a subject line, and then you're going to want to click Send. So once you hit Send on this message, it won't be in your sent mail. It will live in your outbox, and you can go ahead and edit this message anytime you'd like. If you want to change a time, change who is on your recipient list, you can go ahead and change all of that information as long as it is before that delivery time. You can go ahead and change that. Just be sure to click Send again once you do make those changes if you want to go ahead and make sure that it is still on delayed delivery. And again, it will live in your outbox, so feel free to go in there and make any changes you'd like to that message before that delivery time. And just a quick note here is that Outlook must be open and running at the time your email is set to send. If it's not open or running, it will not send. So if you have an assistant or someone with access to your machine, you can go ahead and just let them know to turn it on, make sure Outlook is open, and then it will send. You can also do this from your mobile device, so you can feel free to set it up however you'd like, just to make sure that your message is sent. Another thing you can do is set up a focused inbox to get the alerts that you want. And this is a way that you will limit the notifications that come in to your devices for only your most important emails, especially important for when you are on vacation. I know that I get hundreds of emails a day, and only a few of them are probably ones that I would want to read if I am out of the office. So you can go ahead and set up a focused inbox. If you need steps on how to do that, you can feel free to reach out to us. But once you set up a focused inbox, you can select who you would like to receive emails to, or who it is most important that you maintain communication with. And once you do that, we're going to show you how to do this on your mobile device. So you can go ahead and click on your inbox, because we know that when we're sitting on the beach, we most likely won't have our laptops, but we will have probably our cell phones. So we're going to go ahead and click on inbox, and we'll go to the settings button that will be at the bottom left of our screens. And from here, you're going to hit notifications. And then you will select focused inbox. You can do other things, focused in other boxes or just your favorite people. You can really limit this however you'd like. And what I like to do while I'm on vacation is to just change the sound of my email so that it just alerts me in a different way. It just kind of brings my attention to it. It's not a sound that I usually hear. And also really, really great for if you have your personal email also coming to your phone, it can send a different alert. So you know if it's a work email or if it is a personal email, you'll know who it's coming from and if it's worth checking. That's just a little tip that I like to use, especially while I am out of office. The next thing that we're going to go over is flagging emails to set reminders. So this is a really great way if you are, a project lead, department head, or executive. You can keep your team on track with reminders to follow up. And you can also set these for yourself through an email so that once you are back in the office, everybody knows that they are supposed to be following up on this specific message. So let's talk about how you can do that. The first thing that you're going to want to do, of course, is send to create an email that you would like to send. And then from here, you're going to click on the little flag button, and you don't have to click to another tab. It will be right under your message tab here. You'll click on the flag, and then you can create a task, and you can set the due date or set a reminder for today, tomorrow, this week, next week. You can put no date just so that it's, in there as an important message, or you can add the reminder here. So this is a way that you can just make sure that everybody gets an alert once you are back in the office or just before a meeting time so that everybody can pull it up if there's a checklist or an important topic that you'd like to go over once you are in the office. You can add a reminder here. So when you add a reminder, especially a custom reminder, you can set the reminder up just for yourself, so you can flag it for yourself to set up a follow-up reminder just for yourself that you want to check back in with your team about this email once you are back in the office. You can set the date and time, or you can flag for recipients, and this is going to set a reminder for everyone that you send this email to. You can feel free to double down and remind yourself and the recipient so that everybody stays on the same page for when you or your team are back in the office. So this is a great way that you can set up reminders about any specific topic that you guys are talking about while you're away or while your team is away or out of office. But let's talk about what this really does, because there is an integration with To-Do, which is really a great way to just kind of blend that communication and planning with your team without having to go back and forth with figuring out when you will talk about this again. You can keep track of tasks until you're back in the office, let your team know what you're expecting of them or what you'd like them to work on while you're gone. And this is how you'll do it with the integration with Outlook and To-Do. So the first thing that you'll do is you can see your tasks in Outlook. So this is a great way that you can just kind of click through your emails or your calendar and see your tasks that you have coming up. Great for keeping track of your tasks for when you get back to work. So this is what your tasks will look like. This is where you'll find them in To-Do, and we have a whole other training up on our YouTube channel, which you can feel free to check out. But it's going to live in this tasks tab down here. Of course, there are different checklists that you can create for yourself, but when you use this integration, they will show up in your tasks. And then once they are in your tasks, you can drag and drop them into different checklists or to-do lists that you create for yourself. But once they are flagged in Outlook, this is where they are going to show up. This is where they're going to show up in tasks. But let's talk about how we get here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are in the calendar view, because of course when you're looking at tasks, you want to see when they're due or what you have planned and start prioritizing. You're going to go into the View tab. So this is where this is going to live, this function. You'll go into the View tab, and then you'll select the button To-Do bar. And once you do that, you'll see different options, and you're going to want to click Tasks. Once you do, you'll see your tasks show up here in this nice little list for you. And you can start to see if you have due dates on anything or if it's just flagged emails that have turned into your tasks. But let's talk about how you can add the tasks to do from Outlook. So if you do have a bunch of flagged emails that do go into your tasks, you can prioritize them and then begin setting due dates for them for either you or your team. Let's talk about how we're going to do that. So let's take a closer look at our to-do list here. We'll zoom on in on it for you. So here we have the create email template. This is a task that we have to do. You're going to click enter. And then it will show up under today. So that will set a reminder for anything that is due today. You'll know when it's due, and then it will show up in your tasks, and you will see that it's due today. So once it's there, you can complete it by just checking it off here. And then you can go ahead and set other reminders or due dates for yourself for all your other tasks. You can do this for your team. You can delegate tasks for your team and set due dates for them, which is really great. But you can really start prioritizing your days once you are back in the office by using this function. Kind of going back and forth between your Outlook and your to-do. So the last little tips that we're going to be offering you today are all in Teams. And it's so important to stay connected with your team during these summer months as we are all kind of taking vacation at different times. So you can stay connected in Teams. Checking in with your team when you're out of office and also giving updates to those who are out of office. I know that for myself, if I am in a project and also out of the office, I like to just check in and see the progress or if anybody needs anything from me, and then I can prioritize it when I am back in the office. If it's just maybe forwarding an email or checking on a list, I can just send that really quickly. Doesn't take a lot of time and it doesn't stop the flow of progress for my team. So this is the way that you can really do that. I know our supervisors, even if they are out of office, they always appreciate just a little check-in or progress updates, progress reports, just seeing how things are going and, keeping the peace while they're out of office, just knowing that there are no disasters or anything happening, that things are still flowing and moving along nicely. So it's a really great way to stay connected. And it's just a quicker check-in than sending an email. So let's talk about how you can use Teams to your advantage this summer. The first thing that we can talk about is setting out-of-office messages. Maybe you really like to do this through Outlook, but there is a great way to do it in Teams so that your team knows that you are out of office. They will receive a message, and there's also an integration with Outlook, so you don't have to go between the two platforms anymore. You can set it up in Teams, and then everybody will know where you are, what you're doing, and when you'll be back. So let's talk about how you can set your out-of-office messages in Teams. So the first thing that you'll do is set your status message. So from Teams, you'll click on your avatar and you'll hit Set Status Message. And then you'll see this pop-up box here. You'll see that you have the option to schedule your out of office from here. So you'll click on that and then you'll see this big box come up. So you'll see that I already have a message here from another time when I was scheduling my out of office hours, and you can edit it. But first you have to turn on automatic replies and then you can customize your message. If you don't turn on automatic replies, then you won't be able to edit this message. I know the first time that happened to me, I said, oh no, how are people going to know when I am out of office? Just turn on automatic replies and then you can edit the message. So go ahead and put in the times that you're going to be out. And this is the way that you're going to let everybody outside your organization know that you are out of office. You'll check off send replies outside an organization. You can limit it to only your contacts or to all external senders. So this is great for external communication. If there's somebody else that they can get in touch with that may be taking over your workload while you are out of office, if somebody else can help them, you can direct the recipient to that person in this message. And the other thing that you want to do is to send the replies only during a period of time. So this is when you will be out, your start date and your end date. and then the messages will be sent during that time frame. And of course, you see this message up here that you can set up a message to let others know you're on vacation or not available to reply, and your out of office status will also sync with your Outlook calendar. We love to see it. So there's that integration. So easy to set up, and a really great way to kind of streamline that process and not have to kind of check in with your team to let them know that you'll be out of office, and also your contacts, and kind of mishmashing that all up. You can really set that up for yourself in one place. Teams is your one-stop shop for out of office messages. And we want to talk about, as I said before, checking in with teams. You can use Teams to stay connected with your team or supervisors for a more casual check-in. It's not like an email that may get lost. You might not be the only one on vacation. So Teams is just a really great way to kind of ping people if you need to, or just, again, giving those updates. So the first thing that we want to talk about is this little button here. It looks like an A with a pencil, and this gives you kind of a more email type view. You can use different functionalities here at the top. You can create a list, just kind of listing off different topics or progress or steps or whatever you'd like to do, creating a list for things to check up on if you are communicating with your team while you're out of office. So really great. You can bold things, make things different colors, and prioritize in here. So it really functions more like an email rather than just a chat. So you can really make this as long as short or as short as you'd like. And the other thing that I want to go over is just this little exclamation point here, and this lets you can mark it as an important message. So this is a great function for supervisors if they are out of the office and you just need them to know something. If something has, gone wrong, or if you need their immediate action as soon as they can do something for you, you can mark it as important. And another function is urgent. So the recipient of this message will get notified every 2 minutes for 20 minutes. We don't recommend doing this to people who are out of the office or on vacation and fluster them. This is more for super urgent matters internally for people who are in the office. But this is just another way that you can change the priority or importance of this message, just so that they are pinged every 2 minutes for 20 minutes if that is something that you need. This is like super urgent matters. But otherwise, just marking it as important, it will be highlighted, it will be in red, and they will know that it is an important task that they need to look in on once they are in the office, or just to give you an update once they see it. And we want to leave you off with one more tip, and that is to take time to enjoy summer views. And you can use the 20-20-20 method to do this. Give your eyes a rest, everybody. If you're getting tired, it's beautiful out, and make sure that you just take in some views and give your eyes a rest sometimes. So the 20-20 method, the 20-20-20 method is just every 20 minutes, looking 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Make sure that you're taking in the scenery, really giving your eyes a break this summer, and enjoying those summer views once again. So that's how we leave you. Happy summer, everybody, and stay in touch using Microsoft. It has been my pleasure to meet with you all today, to bring you these summer tips to stay productive and stay in touch with your team. I hope you have a lovely summer. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for coming, and we look forward to speaking with you very soon. Happy summer, everybody. Bye-bye.